What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. And today, as usual, we're going to continue with the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's going to be the 40th part of this second book. So let's get started. First, then, our speaker must see what the nature of the case is, something never deeply hidden. In other words, whether the question is, was something done, or what was its character, or what name should be applied to it. Once this has been discerned, the point that determines the case, that is, the point that cannot be removed without eliminating the dispute, comes immediately to mind through a kind of natural intelligence, not by the calculations prescribed by those teachers. Next, the issue to be decided must be identified. The teachers instruct us to look for these as follows. Opimius killed Gracchus. What is the point determining the case? That he did so for the sake of the state, after calling the people to arms on the authority of a decree of the Senate. Remove this plea, and you will not have a case, but Decius maintains that the act as such, being against the law, was not permitted. Therefore, the case to be decided will be whether the act was permitted on the authority of the decree of the Senate for the sake of saving the state. And this is obvious and within the range of ordinary intelligence. The things one really needs to look for are the arguments bearing on the issue to be decided, which ought to be adduced by the prosecution and the defense. And here we must note the greatest mistake of the teachers to whom we send our children. Not that this has really much to do with oratory, but I still want you to see what sort of people these rhetoricians are, who think themselves so learned, a dim-witted and unrefined lot. For in their division of speeches into types, they posit two classes of cases, identifying one in which inquiry is made about a general category without reference to persons and occasions, and another that is delimited by specific persons and occasions, without realizing that all disputes can be related to one about the essential nature of a general category. For example, in this case that I mentioned just now, neither the person of Opimius nor that of Decius has anything to do with the orator's commonplaces, since the question is an abstract one about the entire category as such. Should someone really be punished who, acting on the authority of a decree of the Senate, and in order to save our country has killed a citizen, when such an act was not permitted by law? In short, there is no case in which the issue to be decided is examined in terms of the actual persons of the litigants, and not as a question on a general level about the categories as such. Alright, guys, we're done with another part, and we're going to continue tomorrow in the next one. So, thank you for joining me today in this reading session. See you tomorrow. Bye.